Forgive and forget, without which, if you keep remembering it, meaning that you've not forgiven. This is a big lie, because our minds and our brains will always remind us of situations that look similar to the one that hurt us before. Hi, my name is Rafa Gottloff, and this is My School of Life. It's a program where I sit in front of a camera and try to teach you life lessons in a way that it's easily understood and that can help you become a better person in future. So on today's edition, I'm talking about how to rebuild trust. Whether you're the person that has broken someone's trust or someone has broken your trust, how they can go about rebuilding trust. So the first thing to do when you want to rebuild trust, where a trust situation has occurred in a relationship, is that communication should not break down, meaning that don't stop talking to each other. This is very tricky because once trust issues come up in relationships, the first thing people want to do is to walk away without saying goodbye. I don't want to talk to you no more. I'm going to block you on WhatsApp. I'm going to block you on social. I'm just going to zap you. Just block you on Facebook, block you everywhere, and I don't want to talk to you because you annoyed me. No. Communication should never break down, because once communication breaks down, now the both parties don't have an opportunity to express themselves. I might offend you and I don't even know that I've offended you. That people, listen, let me just tell you something, and I'm going to tell you straightforward. I'm not going to joke around with it. This is it. Even people that are born in the same house, raised by the same parents, mother and father, born from the same womb, have issues. What more about people who maybe you meet friends in university areas, or you meet friends at work and work colleagues and all of that? You all didn't grow up from the same house. If you can have problems with your brothers and sisters, what more of a total stranger that grew up probably in a different region of the country or in a different part of the world? They have different core values, they have different ways of seeing humor. I have a problem when I go to places. People, you might look at me and think, oh, he's a very happy person, but I don't easily understand humor. You need to explain humor to me. All of this comedy you see everywhere, I don't understand it quickly. I'm a very serious person. Oh God, I'm that serious. It's difficult for you to easily say a joke and I pick it up fast. So I started watching comedy to like loosen up a little bit, because everybody was like, you're too serious, you're too serious. I'm just serious about the serious things in life. So we all are different. If you come around me, you might offend me. If I come around you, I might offend you. But don't break communication, because if we stop talking to each other, now we're going apart with our own different hurts. But nobody has an opportunity now to say what hurt me and what did not hurt me and all of that. The next thing to do when you want to rebuild trust in a relationship is that you must make new agreements. And if possible, write down your agreements. And let me give you a real life example. I might say Charlotte hurt me and she probably took my money without my knowledge, because she knew where the money was. Or a friend of mine came into my house and took my shoes or my clothes or my wristwatch or something without my knowledge. And the friend says, but I thought that we were friends and I knew that I was going to bring it back before evening, but just that I went out and I slept late, or I had a drink or too many drinks and then I slept. I was now supposed to bring it the next day. You make new agreements and you make new boundaries. Like, we're not going to be doing this. When you want something from me, you're going to ask, and you're going to, if possible, you write it down so that you guys come to a real compromise. The reason why you write down things is not to hold it against them tomorrow, but it's to be able to have something that you can hold them accountable for. Not to put it in their face every day, but at least to have something that you can say, but we agreed. So having a new kind of agreement, it's very, very important. This is important. So don't break communication. Talk about it and have a new agreement. But let me just drag you back to point one, because something is coming to my mind about communication. There are men who hurt women in matrimonies and in relationships, and you go buy her a handbag. Get out of my face. Or let me help all of these women who don't have nothing to say. Get out of my face. Because I don't have a problem with the handbag. I have a problem with the fact that you disrespected me in front of your family members, and you disrespected me in front of people, and you didn't want to hear my opinion, and you felt that I was dumb, you slighted me, I felt slighted, I felt humiliated, I felt insulted. That's a problem. And so instead of buying gifts and trying to bend corners, I'm not that materialistic for me not to want to address issues because you bought me a stupid handbag. I said it. I said, because your wife is scared of you. I'm not scared. My name is Rafa. Just say the truth the way it is. Okay? I'm not scared of you. You need to talk about issues because sweet words don't count, and gifts and all of that don't count once trust has been broken. And sometimes you break people's trust. For you to regain it again, it takes a lot of time. You need to always keep proving yourself and proving yourself. That's why it's complicated. When you get people's trust, you don't break it, because once you break it, you're going to pay for it for the rest of your life. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. And so learn how to keep communication. Talk about what the problem is. The problem is the fact that you never listen. The problem is the fact that you spend a lot. The problem is the fact that you cheated on me. The problem is the fact that I feel that you're more attached to your family. I feel. Talk about the issues and then create new arguments and find level grounds in which you can compromise. Okay? Point number 3 is that you need to think and talk positively about the person that offended you. And this guy is a crazy guy. He's just crazy and blah 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 blah. And she's always been like that. And she she's like that. She just you don't do that. You talk positively about them, because at the end of the day, the fact that you even had a relationship with this person, it means that they were not all that bad. Okay? Another, when people offend you, they look like demons. They don't look like anything nice. They just look like demons and all of that. But I think that there was something still good about them. Learn how to talk about the positive things that you've seen in them before you had that relationship. Without which, if you keep pushing the negative narrative, it just mounts up pillars and piles and piles and piles of bitterness. It's like building a high wall and just bricks and just bitterness. You're not going to go anywhere with all of that. Okay, so to rebuild trust and start all over again, you need to talk positively and write down, if possible, the things that you really like about this person. That's how to build relationships. You write down the things. I know my elder sister just acts crazy, but she's a nice cook and she always gives me food and she always cares for me. I know that my father probably cheated on my mother and things like that, but he tried his best to become a father that provides for us and he cares for us. And learn how to look for the good in people. Let me give you a secret, and it's been scientifically proven that when you tell people good about themselves, they want to bring out more good. And so if you walk up to me and say, Rafa, you're mouthy, you're just annoying, you just say things into people's faces and you just disrespect people, I want to show you all of that nastiness in me. Okay? But if you walk up to me and say, I like you, I think that you're nice, and you show me first the good in me, and I'm telling you the truth, once you tell me something bad about me, I want to deal with it very fast so that you see only the good. People mirror to you what you give them. So if you give a woman love, she's going to give you back love. You give a man an attitude, he's going to give you back an attitude. So you have to say good about people, and you need to talk about the positive things about these people. The point number 4 is that you need to tell people about the fact that you have trust issues. Tell people that you have trust issues so that they would know how to deal with you. Let me give you a good example, and I'm going to talk about myself because I don't know you and I don't know your life situation, but I'm talking about myself. I grew up very effeminate. Effeminate boys are boys that behave like girls. They sound like girls, they talk like girls and all of that. And I used to be very careful with the way people relate to me, and they'll be like, oh, your voice sounds funny. And and sometimes they might not say to hurt you, but they just say an innocent thing and it offends me because that's like a soft spot. But once you start telling people that you have these issues, then they become careful. And even if they make a joke that I know that you might get offended, but I'm not talking about, I'm not trying to ridicule you. I'm not trying to make you feel humiliated. I'm just saying that, once you tell people that I have trust issues because anytime I fall in love, people always abuse me and things like that, then they become more careful not to do the same things that people had done to you. So kind of warn people. kind of like warn them so that they know how to tread. That friends that make a lot of jokes that I don't find to be funny, and I warn them ahead of time. I'm like, I know that you're trying to joke and you're just a laughy type, but this I find offensive. I find this not very, very polite and things like that. So once you warn people ahead of time, it becomes easier now for them to treat you in a way. It's not like you want them to be walking on eggshells around you, but you want them to be mindful of their words, and now they can salt their words and spice things a little bit and don't really just be brutal on you, even if it was a joke that on a normal day they could do it. So that's that. The last point I want to talk about on building trust in a relationship when trust has been broken is that you need to understand that all human beings are fallible. Fallible means that they make faults. Even you're fallible. And I know that you think that I can depend on myself and I can trust myself and you cannot. I'll give you a reason why you cannot. I'm going to give you a reason. Don't be playing with me like that. I'm going to give you a reason. The reason why you cannot even trust yourself is that most of us make New Year resolutions, and before we get to the 5th of January, we've forgotten what the New Year resolution was about. Yeah, you cannot even trust yourself. So you failed yourself on many instances, and you failed other people in one way or another, whether it's a big way or a small way. And so don't kill people when they make mistakes, but understand that the world is full of fallible people and people that make faults, okay? And we work with it. Look at a bird. A bird builds its nest from broken branches and leaves and dried things and just things that are like dirt. But a bird picks all of that and builds a waterproof nest, a nest that water cannot even penetrate. That's the idea of a family. That's the idea of a society. That's the idea of any kind of relationship, is that you work with what is broken to build something that is, indomitable. Okay? That you work with broken pieces. That's a family. Because I hear people like, oh, my family is just crazy. Everybody's family is crazy. The only difference is that Rafa doesn't talk about his family like you. You just be running up your mouth and just saying nasty things about your family member. Not me. Not me, because I've understood that you need to, work with what is broken. And if you see me and my family members, you will not even believe that there can be any issue. You see me and my friends, you will not even believe that there can be any issue, because we've understood that, listen, you have faults, I have faults, let's just get along. So let's get along. There's no need stressing things and sweating things. You offend me, I offend you, and we love each other still. It's as crazy as that, but it's the truth. Let's learn how to build trust, and let's learn how to forgive people and try to start all over again. So my name is Rafa Godlove. I hope that you've learned something in the course of this video. If I've said something to offend you, please forgive me, okay? And my intention is not to hurt your feelings or to make you annoyed. My intentions is to just say something that is honest and just have honest conversations and open up honest conversations so that we can just trash out things on the table and get along and move on. All right. So until next time, it's bye-bye from me.